interesting thing about these woods is that antique cypress is just an amazing wood. It grew for at least 1,000 to 1,500 years before it was mature. These were gigantic trees, natural forests that were totally different than any of the forests that are here now. And not only that, but there was a very interesting culture that grew up around harvesting these trees. These people went out into the swamp in little bateaus, little boats, and climbed up on shelves that they cut into the sides of the trees to get to the point where they got to the round part of the cypress, past the flares. And then they would hand saw these giant cypress trees until they were felled into the water where they could be towed by towboat or by cable to a dummy rail line where it would then be transported to a facility for cutting. Then there was also the antique heart pine, or the longleaf virgin growth pine, which were on the hills and the upper lands of southeast Louisiana, and all across the Gulf Coast from the Carolinas to Texas. And these were vast forests of gigantic trees where every tree was a spar for a sailing ship. And in fact, that was one of the original interests of the original colonists that came here, was that every tree was a potential sailing ship's spar. These trees were harvested with oxen, and they would actually go and cut the trees with a crosscut saw and camber the log up, one end up on a giant wheel system, and then pull it out of the woods with oxen. So there was a very strong culture of cutting wood from the forest and manufacturing virgin growth lumber for the building of the original towns and cities here in southeast Louisiana and the southeast United States.